I'm Whimsical Fluid Artist Meshka. Thank you for joining me. In this video, I'll teach you how to mix your paints for archival blooms. So grab a pen and notebook to take some notes. I'm going to mix up some regular tube paint, and I'm going to be using Liquitex Titanium White mixed with Amsterdam Pearl White. And I'll mix up some liquid paint. This is Tri-Art Green Gold. And I'll mix up some Amsterdam Oxide Black Cell Activator, since that's what most of you use. And when mixing up dry pigments, I always wear proper protective equipment, the personal protective equipment for my eyes, nose, and mouth. And I use a 1, 2, 3, 4 recipe. So for pigments, it's approximately 0.1 of an ounce of pigment, 0.2 ounces of a wetting substance, and I usually use Tri-Art Gloss Polymer or Tri-Art Semi-Gloss Polymer. But you can literally use anything wet, such as some of your pouring medium, a wetting agent, some alcohol, some varnish, or even some water. Distilled water works best. And then I add approximately 0.3 ounces of Golden's High Solid Gel Gloss, or I'll use the Heavy Gel Matte. Sometimes I use Liquitex Gloss Heavy Gel. Just use whatever you have. Then I combine it well and slowly add my pouring medium to thin it. And I use approximately 0.4 ounces for mixing pigments. Now you can also use a small amount of Liquitex Liquithick to thicken things up, but it will become very lumpy. So I would recommend using a pigment and paint mixer, like this battery operated one I got from Fluid Art Co. I'll put links below in the description for Fluid Art Co. and for Tracie Reed Designs Etsy shop, where I get my mini blower, as well as links to my Facebook groups, my popular videos, my discount affiliate links, different ways you can follow me. And if you haven't yet, please tap on the subscribe button and click the bell to follow me for more tutorials, new techniques, twists on existing techniques, experiments, and color inspiration videos. Now, something to keep in mind is I live in Florida and it's about 77 degrees Fahrenheit in my studio. So you may have to make some small adjustments depending on where you live, the brand, body, and colors you're using, and whatnot. So let's get started mixing. I'm going to mix up the white first. So I'm just going to tare my scale. And I'm going to put 0.1 of the Liquitex titanium white. And I'm going to put 0.1 of the Amsterdam Pearl. Whoa. That did not work out well. So let's just put some of that back. Okay, there we go. So 0.2 in total. And now I'm going to add approximately equal amounts of my solid gloss gel. So tear that scale, make it even. There's 0.2 right there. And then I just combine that. Okay, and now I add my pouring medium. It's probably gonna need about 0.7 ounces, but I'm just gonna start out with 0.5. And we'll go from there. Always easier to add more of your thinner product than it is to thicken it. So start out with less and you can always just add a little more until you get the consistency that you want. And the consistency that I'm going for, the mound will stand up for the count to 2 and then disappear. And this takes quite a bit of mixing. It does go a little bit lumpy. Not so bad, not like using the Liquithic. Really smashing this, trying to mix it up quickly. I usually take my time mixing my paint so I don't get a lot of air bubbles. I think that might be good where it is. Let's just see here. 1, 2, disappear. That's good right there. Just get those couple other lumps out. Yep, that's perfect. I'll show you with the green because it's going to be hard to see with the white. Okay, so I'll just put that down out of the way. Okay, so now for the liquid paint. Get my scale to even. So for the liquid paint, I use approximately 0.1 to 0.2. It depends on how saturated the color is. So I'm just going to start off with 0.2. And then I need about 1.5 times that in the solid gel, so that would be 0.3. So let me see what I've got here. 0.3. Getting pretty good at that. Clean my stick off. Okay, actually, I'll just combine that. Get this out of the way. I like to get this as creamy as I can before I go adding the pouring medium. Okay. So 0.3 of the high solid gloss gel and 0.2 of the paint. And now for the pouring medium. I'm going to start off with just 0.4 and see how we're at. There we go. Might need a bit more. You can see all the yellow in this. When I lay this color next to the white, it's really going to bring out all the yellow in it because this is a transparent color. To scrape your stick off and scoop your sides. Okay, that looks pretty good. One, two, sink. Nice and thick. So that only needed 0.4. Okay. Now for our cell activator. For this, I'm just going to use the measuring spoon. And I'm going to get about a teaspoon out. Okay, so there's a teaspoon. Lid on that. And let me just clean off my teaspoon. Okay. a small scoop of Liquitex string gel. Just about that much. Some people like to use a bit of glue. I like the effect from the string gel myself. And then I just combine the two. Don't forget to scrape your stick off and scrape your sides. Okay, and now for the water. This is actually Tri-Art Pure H2O plus Studio Water. So I'm gonna just put in 1 teaspoon at a time. Give that a mix. And mixing your cell activator is probably going to take you the longest. It has to be perfectly smooth, no lumps. Scrape my stick. Okay, it's too thick, so we'll put another teaspoon. Mix that up. And I like it to leave a little bit of a trail. Let's count. I like it to drip for 5 seconds before springing back. We'll see where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we're right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a tiny bit more water. There's 5 more drops. Now my teaspoon of paint might not have been exactly level. It might have been a little more or a little less. So that's why you just want to add it in little amounts. Let's check it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Right at 5 seconds, and then it bounces back. Okay. So I will be painting on this 6-inch glazed ceramic tile that I prepped with Liquitex glass medium so that the paint will actually adhere to the tile. And you have to bake that in the oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for approximately 30 minutes. But my oven cooks everything faster, so I have to remove them after 20 minutes or else they will brown or even burn. So keep an eye on them. And I just line a cookie sheet with parchment paper and place the tiles on them. Okay, so now let's bloom. I'll try to bring you in a little closer and play some music while I bloom. you.